back to our ranch. Today we're going to be logging some white oak. This is a 22-inch diameter log, and that's a 14. This stick right here is 9 foot, so give you an idea how big that flare is. Girl doesn't believe this will fall over, and I don't either, because it's been 3-4 months since this fell over in the windstorm. But I went ahead and put some cribbing under here, so I'm going to cut it about right here. Right in here is 22 inches across. So this is a massive root ball. You know, like I said before, it's 9 foot up there, or it's greater than 9 foot. MightyOaksPrograms.org. I'm doing a shout out to them. They're a faith-based, veteran-assisted organization. Check it out. Calculated to be 6,400 pounds. So that's quite a bit of weight. This over here is probably about that or more. So we could be doing 15,000 pounds or 7 tons of force here. So I'm going to cut down, cut up from the bottom and cut down, and then maybe drive some wedges in here, because I don't want it to close up on my saw. Going all the way through?
Yeah.
We get some wedges. Don't see any rot. This is the first time I ever tried to tackle something like this, so this might be exactly the wrong thing to do. Whoa! That's all you got? That was anticlimactic. You want a cookie?
Yeah. Be nice. That's gorgeous. That's mine.
All right, here we go. Ready? 1, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 77, 78, 79, 80, and then a few more years here recently. Over 80 years old.
And the wind knocked it over.
Wind knocked it over. We've got at least a 30-foot height on that ridge right there. That wind came over and it caught the top of this tree and knocked it over. And it carried its little buddy with it. And it got the hickory down there across the creek that's that big around. So we're going to install our time capsule right in here. We won't see it again. Maybe somebody else will. You never know what you may find in the woods. But this piece of pine here rotted away. You can see it right from that tree right there, right here. And it looks like it's just full of fat wood down here at this end, which is opposite what you hear. This is up the tree. There you go. Unexpected results. You saw it break. That's called Bucker's break. And I did not know that was in such tension. I guess there was a force pulling down the top of the tree, and of course a little bit of force on the root ball. So if we were carrying that to a commercial sawmill, they would deduct from that. That split runs about 4 foot. It's not rotted. There's no rot on this log anywhere.
got it.
Here on the Triple T, we salvage, we recover what we can. We don't waste anything. But today, what we're doing here is we're retrieving some trees that fell across the creek, and it's quite dangerous. There's a nice little natural bridge. You can see the creek there, and that's a pretty good size hickory. Look how small the root flare is on that one. But this tree grew up with moisture, so I guess it didn't worry about deep roots. Anyway, this dude is massive, and all I can think is cut it there at the root ball and then trim some of these limbs. It's a mess. And then hook onto it with my tractor and see if I can get it out of there. And if it puts up too much of a fight, I guess I won't get it, but I can't stand to let something go to waste. That other log right there underneath it is the water oak. It's a nice firewood log right there in itself. So anyway, I have come up in here and I cut some firewood out of here so I could get in here and look at it a little bit. So this is a probably pignut hickory. The plan is we're going to hook a pulley to that tree, and we're going to pull with the tractor down that trail. And you can see behind me, this is the top of the hickory here. And I'll cut all those limbs off and get down to the trunk, get a choker around that trunk of that tree, the very top of it. Then I'll cross the creek and I'll cut the root flare off. And that hickory actually already has Bucker's break. It's split the first 5 foot or so, but that's okay. And then we'll pull it with the tractor and get it up here where it's manageable, and then I'll buck it up into 10-foot lengths or something. I think that log coming across the creek is at least 30 feet long, and it's about 24 inches down near the root ball. It's huge. Okay, so what we're doing is the tree's laying right there. I'm going to put a pulley right here in this tree, and I'm going to tie it to this tractor, and I'm going to back up. And then we've got that one limb I got to cut, which is probably supporting the tree. So the thinking here is we've got the pulley up high, so I'm putting some tension up high, holding the tree up, since I will be on the tree that I'm cutting. Not good. Coming down. Coming down. I got to get this out of here to be able to pull this way.
Because it's a fork. There's a part of it underneath there hitting the ground. And of course then you can see where this actually is.
Yeah.
How many feet down would you say that creek bed is from where you're sitting?
It's a good 20 feet. And I could cut it from up here, and then I'll be like an urban cowboy riding a bucking barrel.
I want to see that.
I mean, I could cut it right here, but I'd have to tie myself on this log and just hope for the best.
No, that's too dangerous.
Better to get that way. That's better. I can't roll.
It looks like it's moving. I hear it cracking.
Whoa, this one just moved.
There it goes.
Oh my God, I'm glad I wasn't out there. It turned. The thing that we said it wasn't gonna do.
Woo-hoo-hoo. Thank you, sweet Jesus.
I'd have been in the water.
Little creek running through the Triple T. About 5 or 6 of them. See it move?
It crushed that wedge. It crushed it. We're not pulling anything that way. That's it.
It's cut?
It's cut. Now, can we move it?
How do you feel?
64 years old.
Without incident, though.
There's one last thing we have to do here and see if we can budge it. We're going to try to do it with the tractor. Our concern is that pine. It's only like a 10-inch, 12-inch pine. It seems to want to give a little bit. If we can't move it, this has been off or not. We're gonna rig up to this bigger tree. This is 14 inches here. The other one was looking like I was gonna pull it out of the ground. Camera girl, okay?
The chain broke, so he had to fix it. He's trying again.
Broke the hook off the chain. Here we go. We were thinking that if it hits some of these limbs right here, it might kind of roll a little bit. But the anchor is that knoll right there. It's dug in right there. So we broke some hooks and some chains, and I almost pulled that tree out of the ground over there. So we're gonna try to go with a different setup. We got a pulley involved now. Here it is right here. What we're gonna do is basically almost double the pull by doing this. At least that's the plan. So we'll go from the tractor down through the pulley, and from the pulley back up to the biggest tree I could find up there to hook it to. So half the force will be transmitted to that tree, and the other half will go to my tractor instead of all of it going to my tractor like it was before, breaking everything that we put in front of it. It's amazing I could break the hooks out of the chains and all that with spinning on mud like I was doing. That's it. Oops, I can do a little better job explaining. when you have a single movable pulley, the effort to pull is cut in half. Or you can think of it as the effort to pull that log is half the load of the log now. So now, let's see what she'll do.
Going. He had to do some moving of the cable because we got it as far as we could with what he had rigged up. And he's almost got her done. Came from all the way over there. That's where it was. There's the 20-foot drop. But he was standing on that log when he cut the limbs off that are down there in the creek. And then here's what he's trying to get up there.
But now what I'm going to do is take the cable loose and go way back over there. It looks like it gets a little bigger as it goes up. Here's the crook. We're 34 feet at the crook.
All right.
And that's another 8 right there, and I cut off 8.
You're gonna get a couple of boards with this?
Boards and firewood.
All right.
We're gonna go to the wood pile with this one.
All right. And this, folks, is all that's left.
Made it to the top of the hill on that one. The front tires were just bouncing. That was 12 foot by 22 inches. Green hickory. So we got one more log to pull. Is camera girl gonna stay here for that?
I guess if I have to.
That water oak is going across the creek. I think it'll be a good firewood log. I don't need any more firewood, but we can't waste it. So here's what we're going to do on the Triple T here. I'm going to rig up and let this case pull it. And this tree will be just fine for that because it's not that big. It's like a 10, 12 inch log. Don't you think?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I hate these vines, man. They make you bleed. Please, Fred, please. Hold up one more time. Every once in a while to do that. Oh, my goodness.
What'd you do?
It closed up on it. It doesn't make any sense. Is that not touching the ground? It is, right? Gotta be. I gotta correct my mistake. I plunge cut and went down, and I thought that it was gonna push down and be in compression in the top. I can't figure out why, but it's in compression in the bottom. So now I'm gonna have to cut. Hope I don't get this saw cut hung up in there too. Will you carry this over there for me?
No, thank you.
All right, here we go. It just got a lot worse over here. Got to carry two saws back across. You think I can cross with both of these saws?
It's up to you, Haas.
That's it. Now see if the case can pull it. butt log, 22 inch by 12. This one is 8 foot. 17 inches on the bark, from bark to bark. This 10 foot. That one is 20.5 foot, 22 inches on the big end there. Here's a 20 foot white oak. It's 12 there. So it's at least 12 down through there. Here's a 12 foot by 18 inch white oak. And this is a 24, of course this right here will probably be cut off. So it's over 20 to right here. And it's a 10 inch white oak. That should keep us busy for a while on the sawmill. Now these, like this one right here, a little bit big for my little 40-inch sawmill blade. Hope y'all enjoyed the video, and everybody give it applause for Camera Girl.
Beautiful, cool day here on the Triple T.